Hi everyone, and welcome to your weekly Pick a Card Tarot readings for the week of October 2nd. If we haven't met yet, my name is Sydney, I'm the tarot guy next door, and I use my occult knowledge and intuition to help guide you towards the life you want. If you want to support what I do, or if you have a situation you want me to take a look at, you'll find information on how to do that right below. I'll be doing 5-card open readings, and here are the decks that I have for you. We have the Tarot of the Divine with Amethyst, the Tarot de Marseille with Yellow Calcite, and the Universal Rider-Waite-Smith with Carnelian. We also have 4 different oracle cards to choose from 4 different decks. So go ahead and pick which tarot deck and which oracle card resonate with you the most. It's totally fine if you're drawn to more than one. And of course you can pause this video if you need more time. As always with collective readings, take what resonates with you and leave aside what doesn't. If you want to jump straight to your reading, you'll find timestamps below. And with that, let's go right to the readings. Alright, group 1, let's see what we have for you for this week. As always, I'm going to throw down all 5 cards. This is the Page of Swords. What is this? 4 of Coins reversed. 4 of Wands. What is this? 7 of Swords reversed. And in the middle of your cross, we have the 4 of Swords reversed with the Tower at the bottom of the deck. Don't panic, group 1. Let me just stare at these cards for a bit. I believe the framing for you should be pretty good. Nice. Group 1, the vibe that I'm getting from this cross is one of getting pushed into action due to external circumstances. And the thing that leaps out right away, I'll address it immediately, is that we have 3 4s in this reading. So there's a strong element of stability, which is nodded to with 4s in general in the tarot. And to see these 2 reverse 4s with the Page of Wands emerging on top of it, especially combined with this Tower here, giving some kind of like really crack of the whip, it's go time. And the it's go time might not be, how can I say this, pleasant. Tower moments rarely are, especially when we have the 7 of Swords reversed here. I go on this rant all the time, but the 7 of Swords gets a bad rap. However, when it comes up in reverse, especially in the context of all of this reading, the lying, cheating, stealing element that it is often commonly associated with comes to the front, even for me. Even I have to acknowledge this, especially this. But sometimes when we've been preparing and healing, or preparing and healing and growing into the kind of person that we need to be, sometimes you need that inciting incident. And I really like the 4 of Wands being upright here, with the Page of Swords looking at it like that. So honestly, two final things before I let you go, group 1, I think. I don't think I need to say this, but just in case this 7 of Swords reversed is you, you might want to ask yourself, is this who I want to be? That's a question for you to ponder just in case, but I seriously doubt it given the other cards that are in this reading. I really, the most straightforward way to interpret the 7 of Swords here is as a combo with the Tower, being the inciting incident that provides the opportunity for the new champion to be pushed into the fray despite themselves. Oh boy, that was a mic drop. So I'm going to end the reading there. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked your reading, please give this video a like, and you can use the timestamps in the description below to jump to your oracle card section. I'll see you there. All right, group 2, here's the deal. Let me just cut the deck here. Okay, so while I was shuffling, the Knight of Wands flipped over. And I'm honestly not sure who it was for. My general rule of thumb is when a card jumps out immediately after I begin shuffling, it's for me. However, this Knight of Wands flipped over well into the shuffling process. However, given what had happened just before, I suspect that it was my deck sticking its tongue out at me. But we shall see. Of course, if the Knight of Wands happens to come up in this reading, you need to know, it would have been so funny had it been the first card. But yeah, you need to know that that happened just in case it shows up. And it didn't. That's fine. I'm still not completely closed off to the idea that the Knight of Wands was for you. We'll see as I stare into these cards. Oh my God, that pyramid is placed perfectly. All right, I'll see you in a second. Yeah, just as I suspected in the moment, forget about my whole spiel with the Knight of Wands. So anyway, to your reading, the vibe that I'm getting from these cards is one of a decision being made and people, a decision being made to bring something to a conclusion. And despite this Nine of Cups here at the bottom of the deck, I suspect that although it might be generally nice, that people impacted by this decision might not all agree on whether or not, who came out on top or what should have happened and all that shit. The two, we have these two cards facing each other of different suits, opposing suits if you apply elements to the Marseille, which I don't like to do, but I just thought of it, so whatever. And we have a fucking penis of the wand and the yoni, I believe is the Sanskrit word or whatever, for the cup. So anyway, back to your reading. The funny thing is we have one figure face this way, one figure face the other way. And the King of Cups, for most of this reading, for most of the time that this video was paused and I was staring at these cards, I thought that the Knight and the King were facing each other. And they kind of are and they kind of aren't, because the King is kind of tilted this way. It's just that he's looking back this way with his head. So I would consider like one person facing one way, one facing the other way, and the other one facing, kind of either or, Hopefully my description helps clarify. Give me a second. That's better. Hopefully my description of these cards will help you clarify who is who as you navigate this week. If I'm even on target for you, which, my track record is good enough that I'm just going to keep going with confidence. How can I say this? Yeah, I left the Justice card out because I see Justice as either the representation of the decision or the decider. But one thing is for sure, there's a lot of interpersonal vibes with this reading, as I always say when a lot of figures appear with the Marseille deck. And one thing that was clear to me shortly after I paused, trying to decipher which one of these people is you, especially given that this is a collective reading, that's going to be hard. I'm throwing in the towel for that particular aspect. Hopefully the levels of experience should give you a clue. That is a pretty clear clue. The novice, the lieutenant, and the captain. Let's just give a hierarchy of agency. It's not necessarily levels of superiority. The way I see the court cards in the Marseille especially is in degrees of agency. The King has complete agency. The Page has the least agency. And the Knight and Queen are, distributed between them. Anyway, sorry, that had nothing to do with your reading per se, but hopefully it helped you clarify who you are in this group of people as you navigate the week. But don't forget the Nine of Cups at the bottom of your deck here does give a good overall vibe for the week. So I hope that was helpful. If you thought that was helpful, please give this video a like. If you thought it was unhelpful, give it a thumbs down. And you can use the timestamps in the description below to jump to your Oracle card portion. I'll see you there. All right, group 3, let's see what we have for you for this week. All right, let's throw down some cards. We have the King of Cups reversed. Ooh, nice. Don't panic. with the Page of Coins reverse at the bottom of the deck. I got your back, Group 3. Don't worry. He said, looking right at the Nine of Swords. It's funny because it's someone else. All right, I'll be right back. Before I say what I want to say, I will pull a clarification card, and we have the Eight of Swords. Okay, so here's the deal. I suspect that some of you might have come from another group, might have also picked another group. And if I'm right, I'm afraid that this reading isn't going to give much clarification because the vibe is pretty similar to yours. But here's the thing. First of all, I just want to say, for as far as the Emperor, Queen, and King here are concerned, I don't think dissecting which one of these people is you is going to be very fruitful because I'm getting interpersonal vibes here. What I'm getting is some disagreements and then someone coming to a decision to choose what the pathway forward is. I know that sounds pretty weird with the Eight of Swords here, but remember, this is a clarification card. The reason I turned this over in the first place is to make sure whether or not this was any different from, the other thing. So that being said, sometimes when you're trying to do something with people, and for all sorts of reasons, be it impatience, be it getting emotional, you start seeing fuzzy, and the only thing that you see clearly are the things that are worrying you. And that is not the ideal place to be when you're collaborating with people, because again, I'm getting interpersonal vibes with this. It is possible that the Emperor, the funny thing is, if the Emperor, Queen of Coins reversed, and King of Cups reversed are all three different aspects of yourself, then this is strangely good because you're the one getting to the bottom of your own thing, So if that's your case, good. But I suspect that I'm addressing a minority of you. I suspect that this is interpersonal shit. Shit meaning stuff, not actual shit. Given the context, it felt good to clarify. But yeah, I'm sensing some fog being lifted by someone making a decision, and that decision being for the better good, despite not everyone realizing it in the moment. The Emperor might be cold and distant, but he is loving. That is something that people often forget with the Emperor. He does love his kingdom. So as unfair, cold, shitty the decision that the Emperor makes might be, first of all, he knows what he's doing, especially in the context of this reading. So just trust that. Well, okay, listen, you can feel whatever you feel this week, but if you're not the Emperor and the Emperor ends up not being the most pleasant person to interact with this week, let's put it this way, if you're one of these two people, then just trust that it's for the better good. Because that sometimes you need the captain to fucking steer the ship through the storm. Yeah. Now, the funny thing is, especially with this Page of Coins reverse, I'm saying so much more than I thought I would. I'm sorry. But given the Page of Coins reverse at the bottom of your deck here, I do sense a not necessarily the most pleasant march towards something that is awesome. I'm not sure if the fact that this page is reversed signifies unpleasantness or delays, but the captain is here, and the captain, whoever the captain may be, Oh, we all have all 78 chord cards inside of us. Any chord card, any person can be any gender in your actual situation. So yeah, the captain is here. Oh, captain, my captain. I think I'm gonna end the reading there. So listen, you're in good hands, Group 3. So if you don't want to watch me pick up your reading, you can use the timestamps in the description below to jump ahead a couple seconds. All right, let's see what we have. I haven't used the archetype deck in a while. This should be good. All right, Group A, your archetype is Goddess. A, now that I see your card, I will say I've been so curious what this card was because my finger went right to this card. Very interesting, especially given the readings that I gave. Honestly, I suspect that I'm just going to let what's written on the card stand on its own. I'm looking away from the card as I say this. But anyway, the light attribute is the feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality. The shadow attribute, exploration of the female nature and form. Oh, sorry, not exploration, exploitation. So the shadow attribute of the goddess is exploitation of the female nature and form. Given the readings that I gave, I don't think objectification of women is an issue in any of this shit. So that's a good omen for you. So listen. This might sound, depending on the reading I gave you, this might sound difficult to do, Group A, but try to find all the moments that you can this week to have fun and enjoy yourself. Even if it's having a donut, you know, something as simple as that. That might help you more than you suspect for this week. Group B, your card is flexible. Well, that's interesting. 2 out of 3 of you will probably be pushed into situations where you will have to be flexible and adapt. So this is very fitting. Try to remember that as long as you keep in mind what your goal is, what your goals are, and remain flexible to the approach that you give to get to your goal based on where you are right now in whatever situation you're at, you should do good, Group B. Group C, your Egyptian god is Sobek with a message of union and power. Now, here's the thing. Given the... Actually, this applies to all 3 readings, just differently depending on which one you took. But I'm gonna go with the majority, okay? And hopefully it'll make sense to the other third. Some power? No, I don't want to. I almost said I think I almost said a fascist slogan. Sometimes you need to look for situations where you and other people will be greater than the sum of your parts. And that might involve re-examining people that you thought were rivals. Sometimes when there's turbulence in the air, there are common goals that you have with someone you thought was a rival, which all of a sudden arise, allowing you to collaborate together. I think that for people who chose union and power, Sobek, that I strongly suspect that this is going to be a theme for you for this week, all right? Try to figure out a way to make it work with the people. If I've been resonating so far, yeah. Group D, your card is, Jesus Christ, this is bright. I think this is determination. I have no idea how this is going to look for you. This is white on yellow. So hopefully this is a good angle. Let me just make sure that, give you every chance that you can to see it. So listen, this is pretty clear, Group D. especially with the vibrant yellow. I fucking love the color code of this deck, but let your why guide you. And also don't forget what your why is, because some of you might be dealing with a lot of shit which will make what your why is obscured by things that are more pressing in the more short term, you know? I suspect that might come up for some of you this week. So in those moments, try to remember what your why is, and outside of those moments, try to let your why guide you and inspire you. That was such a mic drop. I'm going to end the reading right there. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give this video a like. Thank you so much. Y'all have a great week. Take care. I'll see you soon.